I continue talking about various open innovation models, specifically about inbound open innovation, when a company is utilizing knowledge from the outside, from other organizations and individuals to create innovation. And today, it's time to talk about crowdsourcing. Crowdsourcing as an open innovation model that allows you to gather ideas, solutions to your problem from various individuals from all over the world started to gain its popularity in the 2000s with the development of the internet. And it is still used by many organizations because it gives you access to a large number of various concepts, various ideas from people with absolutely different backgrounds that might already know what you should do with your challenge. So yeah, let's talk about crowdsourcing. Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. My name is Lisa and I've been working for years on organizing collaborative university competitions for world well-known companies to help them solve their extreme innovation challenges. Now, I continue my journey with the goal of fostering innovation by helping different parties of the innovation process collaborate and co-create. On this channel, I explore collaboration projects for innovation management, share my experience in managing these projects and processes, and uncover strategies for making collaboration efforts more effective. So, as I have mentioned, crowdsourcing projects are projects when you're looking for different ideas, solutions for your challenge from a large group of people, or maybe not people, but groups of people. You make some kind of an open call, for example, using a digital platform, and you give these various professionals on this platform a challenge, a specific problem that you need to solve, and you announce a reward for the solution. And everyone who can provide an idea or like a ready-made solution for your problem, they do that. They provide it, they share it with you, if they want, of course. And there are different platforms, there are various platforms out there for such crowdsourcing projects. We can mention Innocentive, it's a really well-known one. Then there is Halo Science, there is HeroX. I'm mentioning only platforms that are focused on technological, scientific innovation challenges because obviously, there are other platforms for design, for example. There are platforms for marketing, crowdsourcing projects, software projects as well. Obviously, you need to pay for using this platform. So it's not like you can just register there and post your challenge and expect a solution. However, these platforms are kind of public, so those options are available and they are open for various companies, small, medium, like large companies. They use it and they already have like a pool of experts from different fields registered there, and obviously there could be new experts that might find your challenge and also register on this platform, and yeah, they will be ready to participate in challenge solving. And it means that you don't really need to develop a platform, a digital platform for crowdsourcing yourself. Though, of course, that's also an option if you want to. I just don't think it's a good option for many companies because, well, it's gonna cost you quite some money to develop and maintain such a platform. And if you are not a well-known brand and if you don't have enough money to do that, it's better to use these platforms that I have mentioned already, like these public digital platforms for crowdsourcing. So what is crowdsourcing good for? What challenges can you solve with it? I had a chance to ask about crowdsourcing a former NASA manager, Steve Rader, who was responsible for open innovation at NASA. And yeah, I asked him this question and he said that crowdsourcing is good for very specific and narrow challenges. These challenges that might already have solutions from other domains, and these solutions could be applied to the problem that you are trying to solve. So it's more about finding existing ideas and technologies. That's when you have a chance to find experts via crowdsourcing for your problem. It's like looking for hidden gems that you cannot find in your areas, but that could exist in other adjacent areas. And how expensive is crowdsourcing? Well, first of all, as I mentioned before, you need to pay for using the platform, for using the digital platform, like either Incentive or Halo or like HeroX or whatever, like any other platform. And the costs are really different here. Platforms rarely share them openly on the website. I saw numbers like $35,000 for posting a challenge on the Incentive website. I think it's a realistic number. I don't know if like it's true. I don't know if this is the exact amount of money that you need to pay for an Incentive now. Maybe it's a bit more expensive now, maybe less. Also, it depends on whether you should pay for one challenge only or whether you're buying a subscription for a year. So it's better to discuss these numbers with digital platforms directly. You just get in touch with them and they share with you their terms and conditions. However, it is still less expensive than building the whole platform from scratch. Trust me, I know a thing or two about costs in software development. Then, apart from paying to the platform, you have to pay a reward to the winners of your challenge. And here it depends on the project, the area of your project, what exactly you expect from the solution, whether it's just an idea on paper, whether it's a concept, or whether it's a prototype that is kind of almost ready for commercialization. And I saw companies offering rewards of like $10,000 for a solution, which is a reasonable price, in general, though of course, you will not get a rocket for this money. But I also believe that your account manager from the platform that you're going to use should be able to help you to define the reward amount. They have lots of experience from previous years with other companies. They know how it works. They know how much money you should pay for the solution that you expect. So they should assist you. And a good thing about crowdsourcing is that you pay for the solution. Its development process, for example, if you require a prototype in your challenge, it's none of your business. Like, you just don't think about it. It's not always good. I believe it's not going to work for all projects. If the solution to your challenge is something that is quite complicated to develop, you might want to participate in the process. You might want to manage the process and assist your collaboration partner. But sometimes you just want to get a result and that's it. And one more thing that you should really remember, getting a solution, a prototype, does not mean that you shouldn't adapt it for your product, for your manufacturing processes. So you should keep in mind investments required for this adoption. You are not going to get like a fully ready-made solution with crowdsourcing. Now let's talk about the main challenges and disadvantages of crowdsourcing. And I would say that there are definitely some managerial challenges. Just because you're not responsible for the process of developing the solution, it doesn't mean that you shouldn't get involved. To successfully find the solution, you need to start with the right challenge definition. And it's not as easy as you might think. Coming up with the right challenge definition is one of the biggest challenges for any open innovation project. You should formulate your challenge in a way that people from other areas, those who don't know a lot about your product, about your processes, they will understand what you are trying to get. That means it should not be too specific. You should not add too many details in your challenge definition. It should be more more general, yet you should provide just enough information about what you're looking for. And another challenge on that management part, as I have mentioned, is connected to the fact that once you get a solution, you need to know how to adopt it, how to use it, how to commercialize it. It does require a lot of attention from your side. It requires certain processes in place that might not exist in your company. So this is something that you should take into account if you decide to go with crowdsourcing and if you have never tried open innovation projects before. The next challenge, I think, is connected to choosing the right platform, the right digital platform to post your challenge, because this platform should have the right people that could actually help you solve this problem, because your talent pool will still be limited by the talent pool this particular platform that you choose has. And yes, as I have mentioned, of course, you can find other people that are not registered on this platform, but I believe that if you are paying a certain amount of money to get a solution to your challenge, you do not expect to do like any extra work to attract these people. You'd expect that this platform that you're choosing already has everyone you need. Another challenge is connected to the fact that you will definitely receive lots of various ideas and solutions, and you need to spend a lot of time evaluating these ideas, and you need to have a system in place to do that. Some ideas might be of low quality, so you need to make sure you don't waste time on them, while also you're not missing some important solutions. Then when it comes to disadvantages of crowdsourcing, as I have mentioned before, because you need to make adjustments to the solution that you will be getting from this project, that means that this crowdsourcing project that you are starting is just the beginning of the whole journey that you're going to have with this particular solution. Another point here is that you are not getting personal connection with people that are solving your challenge, which I think is often crucial for the success of an open innovation project. Obviously, there are different rules on different platforms about connection with the solution creators after the challenge is over, and you need to make sure you talk about it before signing a contract with the platform. You might want to get contacts of the challenge winners to be able to successfully commercialize their ideas after the challenge is over. So this is just something that you need to keep in mind. Sometimes you just want to know these people because after the challenge is over, you might need their help to commercialize their solution. You need to make sure that it's going to be easy to work with them. So that's where you would need a personal connection. But like, imagine a situation when you chose the winner, but and you need to further develop this solution, yet it's just impossible to work with the winner for some reasons, for personal reasons, or for, I don't know, like their location or whatever. So that's a big disadvantage in my opinion. But again, just because there are so many different types of problems, maybe for your problem, maybe for your challenge, crowdsourcing is exactly what you need. And maybe you don't need a personal connection with the winner, you know. And obviously I have mentioned like all the different disadvantages and challenges of crowdsourcing, But not all of these disadvantages apply if you decide to create your own crowdsourcing platform. But in this case, a major disadvantage, again, as I have mentioned before, would be costs and difficulty to manage this platform, because you will be the one responsible for maintenance, for technical maintenance, for gathering the whole crowd, for looking for these people. So yeah, it might be quite challenging. Other than that, I'm not here to be negative at any point. I do think that crowdsourcing is a great open innovation model. I just want to make sure that you are aware of pitfalls. And I'll just give you a couple of examples among companies that use crowdsourcing. As I have mentioned, there is NASA. They do have a big crowdsourcing initiative, and they do have their own platform to announce challenges and gather the crowd. There are many successful projects and great solutions that they were able to implement over the years with this initiative. Many enthusiasts that participate in NASA's challenges help to discover new asteroids, develop Spot the Station app, improve their machine learning research, etc., etc. There is also a platform called Dream Challenges, powered by Sage Bionetworks, that uses crowdsourcing to solve complex biomedical research questions. And in general, if you're looking for an example of these companies, you can just visit Senti, for example, or check Halo, and you will see all these different companies that use crowdsourcing. I should mention BASF, Kraft Heinz, Cargill, and other big players that are really active users of Halo. And yeah, just many other companies are involved in crowdsourcing initiatives. So yeah, I do believe that crowdsourcing might be extremely helpful for certain types of challenges, and I hope that if you're thinking whether you should go for it or shouldn't go for it, and if your challenge is going to be really good for crowdsourcing, as I mentioned, like very specific, very narrow challenge that might have solutions in other areas, then yeah, you should just go ahead, and I hope you will go ahead with one of the platforms out there and you will get your solution. I hope this video was helpful. If you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comment section below, or just text me on LinkedIn. I'll be happy to talk to you. I'll be happy to answer them. And yeah, I wish you good luck with your innovation projects, with open innovation projects, with closed innovation projects. And I hope to see you next time with the next video. Have a good one. Bye!